Okay, so when you're converting metrics, the first thing you want to do is take a look at what units you're converting with. So in this case, we're going to convert from centimeters to millimeters. 21 centimeters equals how many millimeters? And I like to kind of think of this saying, and it's kind of a dumb saying, but it helps me remember, the order of the different metric units so I can set up my conversion chart. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And that kind of helps me set up, all the different metric units that you're usually going to see. The B, so we know the B stands for the base unit. And in this case, we're talking about grams, liters, or meters. And from the right, the KHDBDCM stands for kilo, hecto, deca, and then our base, and then deci, centi, and milli. And those prefixes kind of tell us, what we're dealing with. You could be talking about a kilogram or a hectogram or a decagram or a centigram or a milligram. You could be talking about a kiloliter, a hectoliter, a decaliter, a liter, a deciliter, a centiliter, or a milliliter. And the same thing would go with meters. So kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. They all kind of use those same prefixes. And so in this case, we're talking about 21 centimeters to how many millimeters? Well, we know that centimeters and millimeters are right next to each other, so that is kind of fortunate. If we're talking about 21 centimeters, we have to go from centimeters to millimeters. And so we're going to have to move the decimal for the number 21 one place to the right. So instead of 21, where the decimal would be right after the 1, we would need to move it 1 to the right. And since there's nothing there, we're going to have to fill that in with zeros and move it over to the other side. So now we're talking about, instead of 21 centimeters, we're talking about 210 millimeters. Next, with our 3,000 milliliters, we're going to go ahead and place our decimal there. And we know we're going from milliliters this time to liters over here. So we're going to have to move our decimal 1, 2, 3 times. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3. So instead of 3,000 milliliters, we're talking about 1 liter. Equal the same amount, it's just converting it. So 3 liters. So 3 liters equals 3,000 milliliters. Next we have our 5 kilograms. And we're changing that to gram. Grams is over here. So we have to jump 1, 2, 3. So we'll jump that decimal 1, 2, 3 over and add in our 0. And now instead of 5 kilograms, we're talking about 5,000 grams. I'm going to have to move that G over. And that's pretty much it.